Hi everyone, Anuradha here again. I am a Pranic Healer, I am a Tarot Healer and also a Parental Guide. So today we are going to talk about one very important learning that I think today every parent can adopt in themselves, and that is about the transformation. So today we see that we are looking out to resolve issues with our children, and we are finding that there's something wrong about them, and they need to really evolve, and they need to listen, and they need to improve with the way they are. But do you realize that what is the relationship between a parent and child? And the primary reason has to be understood that it is first important that a parent needs to have a transformation in the person we are, the way we think, the way we act, and the way we do. The secondary is about how we are raising the children. So it is extremely important that we first accept ourselves as to what is important for us to change or transform in ourselves. So when I have parents coming to me and I say that there is a transformation not with the child but required by the parent, so the first thing is why there is a resistance. So let's understand, children always learn by example. So whatever they see, whatever they hear, whatever they observe in their environment is what exactly they try to be. So it's extremely important that when you tell your children that this is what you are expected to do, so are we doing that ourselves? So we have to teach them by example. So right from the morning when you get up, the way you start your day, you greet your children, you show that warmth, and the entire day that you carry out yourself in doing small tasks. So appreciating them with whatever the things that they do, and also the way we as a parent are getting engaged in doing the family activities. So it is extremely important that when you explain your children about the behavior, then they will understand and relate that better, because the entire day, all the time when you have been around them, they observe you, they hear you, they see your actions, and then when you teach them by example, they are quickly there to accept that, because they can see that coming from you as a person. So that's extremely important that we focus our mindset instead of we having a very traditional or typical parenting, because time has changed. We require to change with the way we have an approach with our children. It cannot be a very traditional approach which used to be there before, as such that they have to do what we say them that it has to be done, or it's a girl so she cannot go out with friends, or if it is with boy you must become this, or you must do this, you must do that. Time has really changed. It is that we have to become friends with them and try and understand, to be in their place, and relate with their emotions as to what is their expectations. And then by being that, you can understand and relate their thoughts better. And instead of they seeking for advices from people outside, because they feel that there will be resistance or there will be correction, or as a parent you will judge them, they will stop sharing things with you. And then eventually what happens? They may go into wrong hands. They may go to people who actually has low experience, but they get a comfort of letting their thoughts out to someone who can at least hear them without being judged. And that is the most dangerous part, because you're allowing your children at that particular moment, or your child at that point of time, to be exposed to someone who with a very different motive, different understanding, with different experience will try to say them something that they will believe is actually the way they should do things. So where is our expertise? So it's extremely important that we change the way we think ourselves and make our children realize that we are here friends with them, and we should always make sure that whenever they say something to us which is much different than what when we were as kids, or we may not even accept the way they are, they should not feel disappointed that they have invested those thoughts with us by we judging them when they do something wrong. It's very, very important. It's not just to pretend, but really to believe that once they have told that we really understand them. And failures can happen. things can go wrong. Failures are either of the end. We as parents ourselves are learning to evolve to do a better guidance. They themselves as children are in a journey of learning what is right. So it's very, very important that when they do any mistakes or they even do blunders, we need to really realize to learn how to forgive them and make them understand that failures are part of life. It's all right. That's not the end of it. But look at the brighter picture, how they can learn and then they can grow from it. When you be there besides them, when they have done anything wrong or they have failed in something, rather saying that in first class why you haven't come first, why your other friends are excelling, why are you so behind, don't do that comparison. It's all right. Every child has his own capability. They have their own strengths. Someone can be good in studies or academics, someone can be good in sports, someone can be good in music, someone can be good in something else. So first realize the potential of your child. See which is something that the child is actually enjoying, because whatever an individual enjoys, you as a person will always excel in that. That may not be something that you may not like today a child may want to be a DJ. There's nothing wrong. You may have come from a very traditional thought form of a family, and then you are like, oh God, my child is going to be a DJ. That's something that he should not do. Don't judge. The problem is the way we think, because we are thinking what the people will say, what the family will say, what the society will say. So you are first judging the people around you. You're not thinking what is good for your child, what is going to cause happiness to your child. So stop thinking about what the society will say. It is more important that what your child should do something where he's successful, he's happy, he feels he is not going to judge and is going to excel in that. So it is extremely important as a child, first we realize how we transform, as I brought up in the first point of my conversation. Very important that we need to do the transformation of our thoughts. If we transform the way we think, there will be a transformation in the way you raise your child. So that is the secondary part. So when you're raising your child and you become a friend to them, remember that you will find an immense difference in the way your child is today and the way your child will excel in many places. It's extremely important. So please have a very, very open mind when you are raising your children as such, because you remember, consciously or subconsciously, there is something that can affect them which you may not realize, and that can cause a kind of a trauma to them and which will remain into their mind for a very long time. Sometimes some children can express, some do not, and then they keep them that to self, and that results adds lots of fears as such into them on doing things. So do not create any blockages to your children. So rather allow them to evolve and just blossom the way they are by you actually allowing them to speak to you, you not being judging them, and then you can in fact give them the right guidance rather than they going anywhere else. So I hope you have found this small talk on parenting very useful. So kindly put your comments below, and if you have any further questions, you can always feel free to reach me. And if you have liked this, please also share with other parents who can get benefited with this small conversation or a dialogue which I am doing with the parents today. And yeah, hope to look forward that all of you try to pick up few tips from this what I have shared of parenting, and you may try to adapt yourself and make some changes in the way you are doing parenting today. So yeah, so with this, goodbye, take care, and have a lovely day. Bye.